All right, Coach. Thanks for meeting with me again. I appreciate your
Absolutely,
time.
not a problem at all.
So based on the last time that we met,
Mhm.
we talked about kind of a goal for you was more or less kind of the transitional time in your class.
Right.
Does that sound about right?
Absolutely, yeah. I
Okay.
would say that's it.
So what I've done here is I've kind of created a little bit of a checklist, maybe to kind of help keep us on mind. And also, too, you mentioned the last time we talked about a checklist as well for yourself and
Right.
for your kids.
Yes, so, yeah. I
Okay.
guess, correct.
So the checklist that I've got here is, number one, let's kind of make sure that we have all of our assignments created, developed, everything up front. I think that's kind of obvious, but I know that at least this kind of is something we can check off every
Right,
day.
yes.
Okay, my next suggestion is either to create a list on your board, maybe on the whiteboard somewhere,
Mhm.
or maybe in Google Classroom, that kind of lists out the expectations of the day for your kids.
Okay, so kind of just an outline of, hey, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing today.
Yes,
Okay.
and maybe even put a time frame on each one.
Yeah, I've been attempting, and I've, do it most of the time. I like to put a timer on the board so the kids know that, hey, this is how long you got, and, that has helped me a little bit with my transitions. I still got things that I can work on, but I've seen, good, benefits from that, so.
Okay, so you like this idea?
I do,
Okay,
yes.
if making the list out on the board, would you rather do it in classroom or on the board? Or is there something else that you would rather do?
I put everything in classroom, so, maybe just an outline for the day before I list the activities, or, the PowerPoint or guided note, whatever we're doing that day. I like the on Google Classroom because the kids know, and they're used to, that's where everything is, so I think that would be good.
Okay, the next one, suggestion kind of here, and again, if you like this, we'll keep it. If you don't, we can always get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's just any kind of materials that we're gonna need for the day, to make sure that we have them out in place. I guess put them somewhere, maybe right here on your desk.
Right.
Right, and make sure that the kids know that, hey, once we transition to this next piece, well, this is where you're gonna find the stuff we need.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
I mean, and routine for kids in general is a great thing, and for them to, know this is where this is gonna be, and so on and so forth. I think that's the great idea, and
Okay.
limits the distractions from, having to move one place or the other, or not knowing where anything is, so yeah.
Okay. And so again, just making sure that they know, whether it's in classroom, make sure we know whether it's up here on my desk, whatever materials they need, make sure that it's just up front.
Right.
I guess. Okay. And then the last one, that kind of a suggestion I would have, is just to be prepared for whenever we have our kids are gonna get done early.
Yeah, I think even we could even add to the checklist to make sure we have an extra assignment or activity for those early ones. To kind of take that a step further, I think would definitely put us in the right direction. To not just be prepared, but to have something ready, so that there is no awkward transition for them or for anybody who finishes early. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's great.
All right. So as far as us being able to do a little better job with transitions, do you feel like this is something that could help?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely, and it gives me, again, it puts something on the kids for them to see, like, again, talking about the outline for the day, and it also gives me a way to say, am I ready for each, as before the students walk in, saying, am I ready for the class, am I ready, and I have, different things set out and everything up and ready to go, and that makes me feel better and more, I guess, ready to go for each class.
yes. Okay. So so this works for you. This is something that you feel like you could actually use.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I could use this. Absolutely, I could use it. Yeah, I think this is a daily thing that I think anybody could use it. So I think it's it's great for me, but I feel like anyone could. So yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Okay. And I'll tell you this. I'm going to try to model this for you at some point. So as far as that is concerned, how would you rather go about doing this? Would you rather come to a class? Would you rather me come in here with you? Would you rather go watch another teacher? Would you rather me create some videos maybe for you to watch, like on your own time? How would you rather do that?
I think the way our days are set up, and everybody's busy, I think it would be an awesome idea to just maybe get some videos from some of you veteran teachers. I mean, you and some more of the guys that've been here for 10, 15, 20 years. It would be awesome for me because I'm in my, third year right now. So seeing the people who've done it time and time again and are very comfortable in that setting and knowing the transitions and, the hiccups that come with it would be a great, an awesome way to do it. And I could dissect the video instead of just, sitting in here and taking notes. I think that I could go back time and time again to watch a video. So I think the video would be pretty awesome.
Okay, so I'll tell you what now, is I'm gonna try to create a video of me, and I'm gonna try my best to go through this checklist.
Okay.
And I guess kind of what I would like for you to do is just see if I hit everything on the checklist.
Okay.
If I mess something up, well, then let me know if I messed it up.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you another one, because you said something about veteran teachers, is I may ask Coach Taylor if he'll let me, because he's been here 30-some odd years.
Right.
If anybody knows transitions, I would say he would. So.
Yeah, I think you would.
And kind of let you get some video of him as well, and just let you see that, and maybe he can have better ideas. Maybe he may add something more to this list, or you may be able to find something from him.
That'd be
as
awesome.
far as transitions are concerned.
Sure. Yeah, I mean the more the merrier for sure on that.
Okay.
So sounds awesome.
Good deal. All right. So we got a plan of attack. Like I said, once I get this video, I'll get it to you, and then we'll be able to sit back down and talk again.
Sounds good.
Here you go. Here's what you got for today. Is first thing we'll run through the business cycle notes. All right, we're probably going to do about 15 minutes on this. After that, you will have a little graph to draw of the business cycle. So if you look right there on the desk, that's where all your paper, that's where all your crayons, markers, stuff like that you'll need. Once we get there, we'll actually explain what it's talking about. Whenever we finish that, we're going to move on to the weekly review. If we have time for it, we'll get to the weekly quiz. If not, we'll kind of back up, punt. We may do that on Monday, whatever it may be. So, there we go. Okay, so the first thing as far as the business cycle is concerned is just you stop for now. All right, here we go. Real quick. Just take a look at this. Stop that. But if we take a look at this, this is what the economy's like, minus the upside down parts and all the twisties and turnies or whatever and all that crap, right? But the whole up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Our economy is constantly like a roller coaster. Okay, but what you'll learn next week is, my SpongeBob fans, right? It's going to be, what we want the economy to be like is more like the mitten. Y'all remember the episode with the fiery fist of pain? Right, we're the one that goes all the way up through the freaking clouds and all that crap. We don't want the economy to be like that. We want it to be like the mitten. Wee, wee. Kind of the little bitty humps, right? But we're not going to get too far into that today. But next week, that's what we'll kind of talk about, right? Is the trough tell us? Well, the recession is over. Here comes the expansion, right? So the trough, we could say that's where the chain picks up and starts dragging the roller coaster. Right? The peak, we could say, well, that's where the chain lets, and now all of a sudden, boom, we're crashing back down to earth. Right? What's the best roller coaster, by the way? Goliath? Does it do flips and crap like that, or does it just do the up and down? Because I haven't ridden it. I haven't been to Six Flags in forever. It's been a long time.
The Batman.
Batman. I did actually ride the Batman ride. That was the only ride I rode the last time we went, because I had to wait an hour and a half in line. Mind bender. Yeah. I like the Ninja. I guess it probably is my favorite, just because I like the business. Okay, anyway. Good? Okay. Alright, so basically is everything we've pretty much talked about already in here. Whenever I was talking about the whole chain driving the economy. So this is where all this stuff comes in. Whenever you're drawing a business cycle, do you have to draw all this stuff in the middle? No, you don't, right? If I ask you just for a business cycle, I don't expect you to draw all that stuff in. I'll give you a hint though. On Monday, or today, whenever we take that quiz, you're gonna have to put all that stuff in there because I'm gonna ask you, during an expansion, what's happening to GDP? During an expansion, what's happening to inflation? What's happening to consumer spending? This is gonna be the easiest way to draw it out. Do you have to? No, you don't. But I can tell you that it's going to save you a lot of time and effort anyway, I would say. Okay, so during a recession, GDP's on the rise, or I'm sorry, GDP is falling, unemployment is on the rise, inflation's falling, consumer spending is falling, right? During an expansion, well, everything's just flip-flopped. Everything's going the opposite direction. Okay, that's that. Okay, now the little business cycle thingy that I was telling y'all about, right? The little business cycle graph. Boom, okay, those two are done. All right, we're going to now, you gotta create a business cycle of your own. If you look back there on the back wall, there's about 1.5 million examples of what that needs to look like, right? I don't care that it is perfectly artistic, because believe me, I know some people are not so artistic, and some people are very much so artistic. So if yours looks like $1 million, great. If yours looks like a 10-cent drawing that my son might create, okay, I don't care. The only thing that I care about is we label expansion, recession, peak, trough, and then the 3 points that I've got up here, right? Point A, where would it be a good time to invest?
Acquiring that territory, and this is Congress's answer to that. How does it get passed though? Let's go over them real quick. When California comes in as a free state, what does the North say? Yay. Yay. What does the South say? No. Yay. No. When New Mexico and Utah are allowed to.
Had a chance to kind of watch the videos of me and Coach Taylor, I
Yes.
guess, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, is this something, I mean, did I hit everything on the checklist, you feel like?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, you did a great job of, letting the kids know up front, hey, this is what we're doing today. And I think when you do that, again, I mean, it makes for an easier transition to whatever you're doing, because the kids know this is exactly where we're going for the day. And I thought, you had it planned out, everything was set in motion. You said, here's the stuff we're gonna use, when we get to it, and kids paid attention, turned around, said, okay, now I know what we're, getting into. And you, even with the extra assignments there, you said, hey, if we get to this is what we'll do. If not, we'll bump back Monday, I think. And so, that, again, lets kids know, hey, if we don't get here, well, I know we're picking up on, Monday, Tuesday, or whatever it may be. And Coach Taylor, again, you guys have two different teaching styles. And so he didn't hit some of these points, but again, you can tell that his kids know exactly what he's doing, even though it may not be in the same fashion that we talked about on the chart and our checklist that may work better for me going forward.
So I mean, but just watching it, I mean, does that kind of give you a little bit of, I guess, comfort, maybe?
Absolutely.
Maybe knowing that you can pull this off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable for you.
Yeah, and it was easier to see it than to actually just try to find shoot in the dark there, for me to see some of you guys to do it who's done it for a while now, and to see you guys how you hit that, for some of the things that we covered, and how the kids responded to that. So I think it was a great idea to watch the videos and to get you guys and how you guys do it. So
Okay. So I mean, you had the chance. I mean, is there anything now? I mean, before we move forward with this, because at some point we got to have a time to be able to put this in place.
Right.
Time for you to put this in
Right.
place. Is there anything that we could change to this after having made it and maybe seen the videos? Is there anything that we could add to this?
Some of the modifications that we talked about, maybe, making sure that we have that extra assignment, kind of like you had, and for me to implement that into some of my lessons, and I'd actually, whenever we do that, I'd like to implement this, next week, and give me a few days to work out some kinks, and maybe use those days to see what works, best, and what may not, and then I'd be happy for you to come in here and give me some feedback and video it. So
Okay. So as far as just kind of give you a chance to get your feet wet.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Just to make sure I can hit the list and see again what I'm better at and what I need to work on, and then I'd be absolutely fine with you coming in here. So
Okay. So about a week or so for some practice, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at it again. We'll video it, and we'll watch the video together again.
yeah,
Okay.
that'd be awesome.
Okay. Well, appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.